Let us continue salt analysis. In the salt analysis, group 4, group 2, we are comparing. Okay. Now we will take H2S gas. This H2S gas is passed into water. We will get a H2S aqueous. This H2S aqueous, here we got a saturated solution. We are getting saturated solution of H2S. Now, in the saturated solution of H2S, what are the possible equilibria that we will see? One possibility is H2S will be ionizing as H plus aqueous and bisulfide aqueous. For this equilibrium, Ka1 is nearly equal to 10 to the power of minus 7. Ka1, acid dissociation constant. First acid dissociation constant is nearly 10 to the power of minus 1. Next, this bisulfide ion undergoes ionization to give H plus ions and sulfide ions. For this, acid dissociation constant is nearly 10 to the power of minus 14. It is a second acid dissociation constant. Okay. Second acid dissociation constant we are given. In the saturated solution, concentration of H2S is nearly 0.1 molar. In the saturated solution, concentration of H2S is nearly 0.1 molar. Now we will see initial concentration of H2S is 0.1 molar. Initial concentration of H2S is 0.1 molar. Now, in this H2S dissociating to give H plus and HS minus, now H2S is dissociating X molar. So at equilibrium, concentration of H2S is 0.1 minus X molar. 0.1 minus X molar. H2S is dissociating X molar, so we are getting H plus X molar. HS minus X molar. HS minus X molar we are getting. We are getting HS minus X molar, H plus X molar, H2S is 0.1 minus X. Now, Ka1 is equal to 10 to the power of minus 7. This equilibrium constant is 10 power minus 7. It indicates equilibrium. This indicates equilibrium almost towards left. Almost towards left. Equilibrium constant is 10 power minus 7. That this means equilibrium is almost towards left. Therefore, this is nearly equal to 0.1 molar. Okay. Now, Ka1 is equal to, we will write this expression. Right side terms we will write in the numerator. So H plus into Hs minus. By left side term we will write in the denominator. Let us substitute the value. Ka is 10 power minus 7. H2S concentration at equilibrium is 0.1. Therefore, we will get 10 power minus 8. It is X. We will simplify. We will get concentration of H plus. How much means 10 to the power of minus 4 molar. Hs minus is 10 to the power of minus 4 molar. Okay. We got concentration of H plus and concentration of Hs minus we got. Next equilibria we will see. Next equilibria, bisulfide on ionization gives H plus and sulfide. For this equilibrium constant is 10 power minus 14. Okay. Now initial concentration is how much means this 10 power minus 4 is the initial. This bisulfide is 10 power minus 4 here. That is initial here 10 power minus 4 molar. Okay. It undergoes dissociation. Suppose Y molar. So at equilibrium, concentration of Hs minus is 10 power minus 4 minus Y. Now we will get H plus and sulfide we will get. It is dissociating Y molar. Therefore, Y molar H plus is formed, Y molar sulfide is formed. It is dissociating Y molar. Therefore, H plus is formed Y molar, sulfide is formed Y molar. Okay. Now Ka2 is 10 power minus 14. 10 power minus 14 in the sense this says that equilibrium lies almost towards left. Equilibrium lies almost towards left. Ka2 is 10 power minus 14. This says equilibrium is lying almost towards left. Therefore, since equilibrium is lying almost left, y is negligible to 10 power minus 4. So it is nearly equal to 10 to the power of minus 4 molar. Okay. Now we will see Ka2. Ka2 expression we will see. In the numerator, we have to write right side terms we have to write in the numerator. So H plus into sulfide. By denominator is left side term in the denominator. So left side term we have written. Now we have written this. Okay. Now bisulfide is a bisulfide concentration is there. Okay. Regarding H plus, what is the change means? This bisulfide gives H plus. Okay. Even H2S also giving H plus. So H2S gives how much H plus means 10 to the power of minus 4. Therefore, initially H plus 10 power minus 4 molar is there. Now see that this bisulfide is giving H plus. H2S also giving H plus. H2S gives how much H plus? 10 power minus 4. Therefore, initially H plus 10 power minus 4 is there. HS minus is giving Y. So totally how much H plus is there? Totally how much H plus is there that we have to consider. Totally how much H plus means 10 power minus 4 plus Y. 10 power minus 4 plus Y. Now see that 10 power minus 4 H plus is given by H2S. Y molar H plus is given by HS minus. So totally how much H plus? 10 power minus 4 plus Y. 10 power minus 4 plus Y. Sir. Now 10 power minus 4 plus Y we said. Now Ka2 is nearly equal to 10 power minus 14. Equilibrium lies almost towards left. Therefore, this Y is negligible to 10 power minus 4. So it is nearly equal to 10 power minus 4 molar. Sir. Now concentration of H plus we will substitute as 10 power minus 4. Concentration of bisulfide we will substitute as 10 power minus 4. So H plus and HS minus cancelling means we will get concentration of sulfide that is equal to 10 power minus 14. Concentration of sulfide is equal to 10 power minus 14. Sir. Now we will see saturated solution of now we will take saturated solution of H2S. Saturated solution of H2S. In the saturated solution of H2S, H2S is in equilibrium. What is the equilibrium? H2S aqueous is in equilibrium with H plus aqueous and HS minus aqueous. HS minus aqueous is in equilibrium with H plus aqueous and sulfide aqueous. So and so equilibria possible in the saturated solution of H2S. So in the saturated solution of H2S, so and so equilibria is possible. Sir. Now in this solution, what are the species present? In this solution, one is H2S aqueous is present. H2S aqueous is present. So we can say concentration of H2S aqueous. Then HS minus is present. HS minus is present. So we can say concentration of HS minus. In this solution, sulfide is present. So we can say concentration of sulfide. In this solution, H plus ions present. So we can say concentration of H plus. So this saturated solution of H2S contains two equilibria. One equilibrium is this one. Another equilibrium is this one. In this saturated solution of H2S, what are the species present? One is H2S aqueous present. H2S is weak acid, it will not undergo complete ionization. You have seen the Ka values. See the Ka values. Ka1 is 10 power minus 7, very low value. Ka2 is 10 power minus 14, still very low. This indicates Ka says that H2S is weak acid. H2S is weak acid. Okay. So that in the equilibrium, in this equilibrium is possible here. Now the solution contains H2S. So H2S is present in H2S aqueous is present in saturated solution. HS minus is present, sulfide is present, H plus is present. Now we have to say the concentration of these species we have to say. So concentration of H2S is how much? Concentration of H2S is how much means concentration of H2S in the equilibrium is 0.1 molar. Sorry. Concentration of H2S at equilibrium is 0.1 molar. Okay. Then concentration of bisulfide we have to say. Concentration of bisulfide at equilibrium is 10 power minus 4 molar. Concentration of bisulfide at equilibrium is 10 power minus 4 molar. Okay. So concentration of bisulfide is 10 power minus 4 molar we got. Okay. Then we have to say concentration of sulfide. Concentration of sulfide at equilibrium is 10 power minus 14 molar. Concentration of sulfide at equilibrium is 10 power minus 14 molar. Okay. So concentration of sulfide we got. Now you say what is the concentration of H plus? You say what is the concentration of H plus at equilibrium in this saturated solution? You say concentration of H plus at equilibrium in this saturated solution. What is the value of concentration of H plus at equilibrium in the saturated solution of H2S? What value do you say? Do you say that one value or two values? How many values will you say? Concentration of H plus at equilibrium in the saturated solution of H2S. Do you say one value or do you say two values? Which value do you say? Otherwise, you say what is the value of concentration of H plus in the saturated solution? Sir, so you have not understood. Okay. Now we'll discuss again. We are taking H2S gas. H2S gas. This H2S gas is passed into water. We are getting H2S aqueous. This is called a H2S aqueous. It is called a saturated solution of H2S. Shall we say? Or unsaturated solution of H2S, shall we say? Or supersaturated solution of H2S, shall we say? You are passing H2S gas into water. Now, H2S is dissolving in water, no doubt. So the resultant solution is saturated solution of H2S or unsaturated. Okay, you are saying saturated solution of H2S. Sorry, okay. So you said we are getting a saturated solution of H2S. Okay, we got saturated solution of H2S. Next, in the solution, H2S will ionize or will not ionize. H2S is an acid. H2S, aqueous H2S is an acid. H2S aqueous is an acid. Acid means it turns blue litmus to red. It is doing. H2S aqueous turns blue litmus to red. That means H2S ionizes or do not ionize. What do you say? H2S ionizes or do not ionize. Hydrogen sulfide is ionizing to give H plus ions or do not give H plus ions. What shall we say? Shall we say H2S aqueous ionizes or do not ionize? Ionizing in the sense dissociating to give H plus ions like this. Sorry, you are saying ionizes. Okay. So you are saying H2S aqueous ionizing to give H plus ions. Okay, H plus ions. What is the cation is H plus? What is the anion? Anion is a bisulfide possible or sulfide is possible or both are possible. What shall we say? anion is a bisulfide or sulfide or a both. What do we say? Now see that for this support we will see hydrogen sulfide and reacting with the sodium hydroxide, it is excess. It is excess. It is a limiting reagent. It is a limiting reagent. What is the result means experimental evidence says that NaHS and some amount Na2S. Okay. NaHS and Na2S. If you take H2S is a limiting reagent and NaOH is excess. NaOH is excess if you say Na2S is possible, experiment says. Experimental analysis gives like this result. If H2S gas is excess, the resultant is NaHS and Na2S. If NaOH is excess, the resultant is Na2S is possible. Even you have done, you have seen group analysis. In group 2, you are taking Cu2 plus. In group 2, you are taking Cu2 plus aqueous. You are passing H2S gas. You are getting CuS precipitate. For which, what is the point we will say means, to the group 2, to the group 1 filtrate, pass H2S gas till precipitate is formed. You see that point? To the group 1 filtrate, pass H2S gas till precipitation is possible. Why that sentence is said? Why that sentence is said, you see? So, to group 1 filtrate, pass H2S gas till precipitation is possible, till precipitation. To group 1 filtrate, pass H2S gas till precipitation. Then we will get this precipitate, we will get this precipitate. We are getting this precipitate. That means we are getting this precipitate we are getting. Why is it so? In order to make which one for reaction? That means Cu2 plus should become limiting reactant, isn't it? Cu2 plus to become limiting reactant. And the solution will become saturated or unsaturated or supersaturated. Think it. Solution will become saturated or unsaturated or supersaturated. What shall we say? Based on this point. In group analysis, when you are doing cationic analysis, we will do like this. To group 1 filtrate, pass H2S gas till precipitation. Okay. If you do like this, in group 1 filtrate, we are taking group 1 filtrate, we are taking copper sulfate salt, you think, we are passing H2S gas till precipitation. So we are getting CuS, black precipitate. Now this indicates that we are passing H2S gas till the solution becomes saturated. Then precipitation means it is possible if the solution goes towards supersaturated. That means you are going on passing H2S gas is going on dissolving. First solution is attaining saturation. Then on passing still more H2S gas, the copper ion is going for precipitation. Okay. Now this indicates what? CuS is we are getting CuS. Here we are getting Na2S. Here we are getting NaHS and Na2S. Now what is the anion present here? You see. What is the anion present here? You see. What is the anion present here? You see. Here just we are taking, in this point we are taking just, we are passing H2S gas into water. That's all. H2S gas is dissolving in water. We are getting saturated solution of H2S. Experiment says that H2S is weak acid. Therefore, what is the possibility of anion? H2S is giving H plus, that we came to know. Now anion is possible. Anion is formed. Cation is there means anion will be there. What is the anion? Whether anion is bisulfide or sulfide or both, what do you say? Anion is bisulfide. Bisulfide means formula is HS minus. Bisulfide means formula is HS minus. Sulfide means formula is 2 minus, S2 minus. What shall we say anion here? Shall we say bisulfide is possible or sulfide is possible or both anions possible? What shall we say? What do you say? Okay, you are saying that sulfide is possible. Sir, you are saying that sulfide is possible. Okay, so one student says that sulfide is possible. Sir, now this salt is available. This salt is available. Potassium bisulfide is available. Potassium bisulfide is available. How to prepare potassium bisulfide, do you think? We will take H2S gas. This H2S gas is passed into potassium hydroxide solution. Then only we will get potassium bisulfide, no? Otherwise, we will not get potassium bisulfide, no? Therefore, hydrogen sulfide reacting with potassium hydroxide to give potassium bisulfide and water. In the potassium bisulfide, K plus ion is there, HS minus ion is there. So, H2S, will it ionize to give HS minus or it will not give, do you say? What do you say about this H2S? This H2S, it is a weak acid. It is weak acid in the sense it will not undergo complete ionization. Experimental evidence says that for this weak acid, two Ka values are possible. One is Ka1, another one is Ka2. Ka1 is nearly 10 to the power of minus 7, Ka2 is nearly 10 to the power of minus 14. Experiment says like this. Experimental evidence says that for H2S gas, two Ka values are possible. Ka is called acid dissociation constant. Two Ka values are possible. Ka1 value is given, Ka2 value is given. Do you know what is Ka1 and Ka2? Here Ka1 is given, Ka2 is given means here two equilibria is there. That is the meaning, no? In this solution, two equilibria is there. That's why two equilibrium constants are given. Otherwise, two equilibrium constants will not be given, isn't it? Here, two equilibrium constants are given in the sense, two equilibrium constants are given for this H2S. It is from experiment. This experiment says that in this solution, two equilibria are possible or only one equilibrium is possible. You think it? What do you say? In this solution, two equilibria are possible or only one equilibrium is possible. What do you say regarding this? You say this one. Two equilibria are possible or only one equilibrium. Now Ka1 is given, Ka2 is given. Ka1 is called equilibrium constant, Ka2 is called equilibrium constant. Two equilibrium constants are given in the sense equilibrium constant is from equilibrium. So that two equilibrium constants are given means in this solution two different equilibria is present or only one equilibrium. You are saying two different equilibria. So in this solution two different equilibria means, now say in this solution anion possibility will be bisulfide as well as sulfide or only bisulfide or only sulfide. We have to get two equilibria we have to get. In this solution two equilibria is there. There is no doubt because experimental evidence is this one. Two equilibrium constants are there. For this equilibrium constant, one equilibrium. For this equilibrium constant, another equilibrium. This equilibrium totally different because equilibrium constants are different. So now say H2S is giving anion. Anion should be both bisulfide and sulfide or only bisulfide or only sulfide. What do you say? Which do you say? In the saturated solution of H2S, in this saturated solution of H2S, anion is present, in that there is no doubt, because cation is there. Cation H plus is there. How do we know cation H plus is there? Because this saturated solution of H2S turns blue litmus into red. Therefore, cation is present, no doubt. H plus is present. H plus is present means anion is there. Now, anion in the solution is shall we say bisulfide, shall we say sulfide, or both present at different concentrations? Shall we say? What shall we say? You are saying a bisulfide. Sorry, okay. You are saying bisulfide is present in this solution. Bisulfide is present in this solution. Then you take group 2 analysis. You are saying bisulfide is present. Okay. Now you take group 2 analysis. Group 2 cation is copper ion. You are passing H2S gas. You are getting precipitate CuS. You are getting precipitate CuS. You got precipitate CuS means this H2S has provided sulfide. This copper ion takes this sulfide and becomes CuS precipitate, isn't it? This copper ion takes sulfide and becomes CuS precipitate, isn't it or not? Then H2S, will it give sulfide or not? H2S is giving sulfide, therefore Cu2 plus takes that and becomes CuS precipitate. Otherwise, how CuS will be precipitated? So, shall we say this solution contains a sulfide or not at all containing? Concentration may be varied. Bisulfide concentration, sulfide concentration need not be equal. Need not be higher value. It may be low or higher, whatever, let it be. You are saying that both are present. That means you are saying sulfide is present as well as bisulfide is present. Sir, okay. So now we will take H2S gas. This H2S gas is passed into water. We are getting H2S aqueous. This H2S aqueous is called a saturated solution of H2S. Saturated solution of H2S. In this saturated solution of H2S, equilibrium is possible. In one equilibrium, H2S is giving H plus ions and becoming HS minus ions. Another equilibrium is possible, that is HS minus is giving H plus ions and sulfide ions. Okay. Shall we say these two equilibria are possible? Now in this solution, in this saturated solution, H2S is giving H plus and becoming HS minus. It is one equilibrium in this solution. Another equilibrium is what means this HS minus is giving H plus and becoming sulfide. This is another equilibrium here. So that only experiment says that for this two equilibrium constants, for H2S, two equilibrium constants. So one equilibrium constant for this equilibrium, another equilibrium constant for this equilibrium. Okay. So one equilibrium constant is for this, another equilibrium constant is for this. Sorry, okay. So this solution contains this equilibrium. This solution contains this equilibrium as well as this equilibrium. Therefore, in this solution, sulfide is present, bisulfide is present, H plus is present. In this solution, H plus is present. Even H2S also present. Undissociated H2S also present. Why do we say undissociated H2S? Because it is weak acid, so it will not undergo complete ionization. Sir. Now we will see what is the concentration of H2S, H plus, HS minus and sulfide in the resultant solution in this saturated solution at equilibrium. That concentration values we will see. Okay. Now, initially concentration of H2S is H2S will take. So initial concentration of H2S. What is the initial concentration of H2S? Experiment tells that saturated solution of H2S in which concentration of H2S is 0.1 molar. Sir, concentration of H2S in the saturated solution is 0.1 molar, which is said by experiment. Okay. Now H2S undergoes dissociation. H2S undergoes a dissociation. How much? Some X molar. Why? Because H2S is weak acid, so it will not undergo complete ionization. Sir. Now at equilibrium, what is the concentration of H2S? 0.1 minus X molar. H2S is dissociating X molar, so H plus produced X molar. Since H2S dissociate X molar, HS minus produced X molar. HS minus produced X molar. Okay. Now let us take equilibrium constant for this equilibrium. Equilibrium constant is Ka1, that is equal to, in the numerator, right side terms, right side times, that is H plus concentration into HS minus concentration by denominator left side in the denominator. So H2S in the denominator. Okay. Now Ka1 for H2S. Ka1 for H2S we will get from experiment, that is 10 to the power of minus 7. Now this 10 power minus 7, here equilibrium constant is tells that 10 power minus 7. Equilibrium constant says position of equilibrium. Equilibrium constant says position of equilibrium. Sir, what is the relation between equilibrium constant and position of equilibrium, that we will see. So equilibrium constant and position of equilibrium. Position of equilibrium. What is the relation between these two? What is the relation between equilibrium constant and position of equilibrium? We will see. If equilibrium constant is greater than 10 to the power of 3, this indicates equilibrium lies. This indicates equilibrium lies almost towards right. Almost towards right. If equilibrium constant is greater than 10 power 3, it tells equilibrium lies almost towards right. This meaning is reaction is completed. Reaction is completed. Shall we say reaction is not at all completed? Not at all completed. Or shall we say both reactants concentration and product concentration is comparable? What shall we say? Now, if equilibrium constant is greater than 10 power 3, it tells that equilibrium lies almost towards right. This meaning of this one is reaction is completely over, shall we say? Reaction is not at all over, shall we say? Or in the reaction or at equilibrium, concentration of reactant and concentration of product are comparable, shall we say? What do you say for this meaning? What is the meaning of this? Equilibrium lies almost towards right. What do you say? What does it mean? Equilibrium lies almost towards right. Does it mean reaction is completely over? That means there is no reactants? Or do we say reaction is not at all completely over? Or do you say reactant is present, product also present, both concentrations are comparable? Okay, one student says that reaction is completely over. Sir, so reaction is completely over means you are saying like this. Sir, when equilibrium constant is greater than 10 power 3, equilibrium lies almost towards right. This meaning is reaction is almost completely over. Reaction is completed. Reaction is completed. That is the meaning. Okay. If equilibrium constant is less than 10 to the power of minus 3, experimental evidence says that equilibrium lies almost towards left, almost towards left. If equilibrium constant is less than 10 to the power of minus 3, equilibrium lies almost towards left. What does it mean? Does it mean reaction is completed? Reaction is not at all completed. Shall we say concentration of reactants and concentration of products comparable? Shall we say concentration of reactant is high, concentration of product is negligible? What shall we say? Here equilibrium constant is less than 10 power minus 3. Equilibrium lies almost towards left. This means concentration of product is less when compared to concentration of reactant, shall we say, or concentration of reactant is greater than concentration of product. What shall we say? What do you say regarding this? Now, for this concentration of reactant is greater than concentration of product, or concentration of reactant is less than concentration of product, or concentration of reactant and concentration of product are comparable. What shall we say for this? Equilibrium lies almost towards left. Okay, you are saying that reactant concentration is greater. You are saying like this. Reactant concentration is greater means reaction is not over. That is the meaning, no? Reaction is not at all over. Okay, reaction is not at all over. Okay, now next point we will see equilibrium constant is equal to 10 power minus 3 to 10 to the power of plus 3. Equilibrium constant is equal to 10 to the power of minus 3 to 10 to the power of 3. While how the concentration of reactant and how the concentration of product will be there, do you expect? What is your expectation? One, you said here equilibrium lies almost towards right means reaction is completely over. That means concentration of product is much high when compared to concentration of reactant. Here you said concentration of reactant is much low when compared to concentration of product. Okay. Equilibrium lies almost towards left means here you are saying concentration of reactant is much high. Okay. Now equilibrium constant lies in between these two. Now concentration of reactant and concentration of product are comparable, shall we say? Or shall we say reactant is much high? Or reactant is much, product is much high? Which shall we say in general? It is not accurate. Accurately we cannot say. In general we are saying. General. You are saying that comparable you are saying. Sir. So how that means using equilibrium constant we can predict to some extent. You can predict to some extent concentration of reactant and concentration of product we can predict to some extent. Sir. Now we will come back to this H2S gas. We will come back to hydrogen sulfide gas. Now see equilibrium constant Ka1 is equal to 10 to the power of minus 7. Equilibrium constant Ka1 is equal to 10 to the power of minus 7. This indicates equilibrium lies towards left or towards right or comparable concentrations of reactant and product. What shall we say? Here equilibrium constant is 10 power minus 7 for this equilibrium. For this equilibrium, equilibrium constant is